everyone, welcome back to Asia Now. I hope you had a great weekend. In this video, I'll tell you about an SUV rams into NAIA airport departure area. Japan dating app uses government data to verify unmarried status. There are 27 abandoned aircrafts at NAIA, some for over 15 years. 400 shark fins confiscated at Bangkok airport. Miss Universe Philippines, and much more. Let's dive straight into our main story. At the departure level of NAIA Terminal 1, an SUV rammed through the outer railing into the walkway near the terminal entrance. Individuals who sustained injuries are now currently being treated. The driver involved in the incident is now under police custody. At this time, we are awaiting official confirmation on the cause of the incident and reports of injuries. We are closely coordinating with all concerned agencies to gather accurate information. We understand the concern this incident has caused, especially as images were circulating on social media. We urge the public not to speculate and to wait for verified updates, which will be issued as soon as they are becoming available. Now, this story was released about 2 hours ago when I made this video. By now, I'm sure you guys have a lot more detail, or at least a lot more detail is available online. The images were horrifying, of course. Very sad to see. Last I saw, 2 and some even reported 3 fatalities and about 12 people injured. So reports, at least people are saying that he pressed the gas instead of the brake accidentally because he panicked because some car went behind him. Now, this is apparently what he said. Once again, official statement has not been released for the cause of it, but does not seem to be intentional, at least from what we hear right now. Let's hold off all speculation, as I said, but very sad to see. May they rest in peace, and I hope recovery for all the people injured. Staying in NAIA, not having a good day once again, Manila Airport International NAIA. The new NAIA Infra Corp is initiating the process to clear 27 abandoned aircrafts located in the general aviation area of NAIA, part of efforts to enhance safety, streamline airside operations, and make better use of limited space. Some of the aircrafts have remained idle for years despite previous attempts to resolve the issue, the NAIC said in a statement on Saturday. For example, a Cessna 421B has been parked at NAIA since 2009, while a Boeing 737-200 occupying 867 square meters at North Taxiway Extension has been unused since 2015. Quote, the continued presence limits operational capacity and imposes safety and security risks, the NAIC management said. Clearing these aircrafts will free up space, critical improvement, and aircraft parking and ground movement, especially as NAIA continues to experience growth in traffic. Since taking over airport operations in September, NAIC has been working closely with stakeholders to modernize facilities and address long-standing constraints. They are urging owners to coordinate with management as soon as possible to verify ownership and facilitate retrieval or proper disposition. If no action is taken, they will proceed with removal and disposal in accordance with applicable laws and regulations. What? Are you kidding me? 27 aircrafts that are just sitting there, some as old as 15 years ago? What's going on here, buddy? A pair of shoes is too much to be left alone somewhere for 15 years. You got 27 planes just parked somewhere at NAIA. I'm glad they're obviously improving. This is similar to the whole 2 decades of old cars that were in the parking lot. So I'm happy NAIA is making moves. What's worse, NAIA management for the past whatever, or the owners of the planes? Buddy, you don't want your plane back? This is not a freaking book or something. You got a plane sitting on a runway somewhere for 15 years. Also makes you think, what kind of people are owning these planes? How rich are they? How wealthy are they? Or what kind of crimes have they committed? They want nothing to do with those planes. So really curious, for me at least. I've never heard of such a thing, 27 abandoned planes. But this is something that's way out of my, knowledge. I just didn't realize. I guess they're thinking, hey, look at here, man, free parking. Next up, a popular Japanese dating app has introduced a feature allowing it to verify users' marital status through government records in a bid to prevent married cheaters pretending to be single. Tapple, which counts for more than 20 million users in the country, is facing demographic crisis, introduced the feature on Wednesday. It said over half of its users, 69% of women and 54% of men, had expressed concern over the honesty of other members about their marital status. A survey also showed that 975 of the women and 835 of the men would like to be able to know for sure whether their potential partner is already married. So the tool is designed to promote even safer and more secure dating and marriage hunting, the company said in a statement. Users must give permission to the dating app to access online government portal. Following verification, married users will have their accounts suspended. Whoa! A Japanese government survey in July 2024 found that a quarter of married people aged 40 or under had met their future partner through online dating. With the world's oldest population after Monaco, Japan is scrambling for ways to encourage a baby boom. A part of these As part of these efforts, Tokyo city government had deployed its own dating app, which requires users to submit documentations proving they are legally single and to sign a letter stating they are willing to get married. Okay, I mean, at first I was like, come on, bro, that's a bit. But then I understand. Like, think about it. Imagine if you knew for sure the other person is not married. That would solve so many problems. We've heard of stories where people have other families. So this is kind of cool. And also, it kind of shows the seriousness of the dating pool. Imagine having to provide documentation and all this permission to go into your like marital status, because this just proves that someone's willing to go through all those steps. Not for sure, but definitely reduces some of the chances of getting scammed. Speaking of scams, I just did a full deep dive, a full video in depth about a woman, a Filipina, that scammed an American dude for 1.5 million pesos. If you guys want to see that, check that out on Living Abroad. I'll leave the link in the description down below. Let's go on to our next story. Let's go to the Philippines. The Philippines government's privatization efforts under President Marcos have had a slow start in 2025, raising only 321 million pesos, just 1% of the 101 billion peso target for the year. Most of this came from non-asset sales. The Privatization Management Office is now pushing to sell several government properties. And then Bureau of Immigration officers at the NAIA intercepted a departing Japanese national who was found to be the subject of a deportation case for being an undesirable alien. Okay, so Japan is making this show a couple times. I'm glad they got this person who is undesired in the Philippines. Let's head on over to Thailand quickly. Thai customs collaborating with the Chinese authorities intercepted over 400 shark fins at Suvarnabhumi Airport. The 402 fins, valued at over 2 million baht, were discovered hidden within cargo destined for China. Alerted by Chinese customs, Thai officials along with Fisheries Department and Thai Airways inspected the shipment, which was falsely labeled as dry fish and originated from Trinidad and Tobago. The 102-kilogram haul was seized under protected animal laws. Authorities are now investigating the origin of the shipment and those involved in the smuggling operation. Absolutely despicable. I cannot stand people that do this. If you don't know, here are some information about finning. And here are some reasons why a lot of Chinese people like to eat shark fin soup. So they perceive it to have health benefits and a symbolic value as a luxury item. It's believed to bring prosperity, good fortune, and even have restorative abilities, boosting sexual potency and improving skin quality. But the truth is, the sharks are often still alive with discarded but without their fins. Unable to swim effectively, they sink to the bottom of the ocean and die of suffocation or are eaten by other predators. All right, bro, just go eat a fish like everybody else. It's kind of weird. Like, I get it when you go hunting and fishing. I eat animals myself, but you gotta eat the whole thing. It's kind of cruel to just chop off the fin, dash away the shark, and just expect like nothing. That's messed up to me. Over 400 sharks. I'm glad they were caught, and I hope more comes from this and prevent this kind of stuff from happening in the future. And speaking of cruelty, quickly, in Laos, after years of advocacy and negotiation, a bear bile extraction facility in Laos has finally been shut down, marking a major win for the wildlife conservation. The closure was the result of a long-standing collaboration between Australian-based nonprofit Free the Bears and the Lao government, aimed to end the abuse of bears for traditional medicine. Once again, people do all kinds of stuff thinking it's got... I'm sure it does. To be honest, I feel like some of these medicine and old school ways of thinking, extracting this and that, at some point I have a feeling, yeah, it's probably got some benefits, but it's 2025. There are multiple other ways to get what you need when it comes to nutrition, medicine, and all that. So I'm glad they shut that down, because first of all, I think all animals should be like living in the wild. I don't even believe in zoos. If you guys watch this video, I have this soft spot for animals. I think it's just cruel. Most of them are innocent. We gotta leave them we gotta leave them animals alone. Let's go on to our next story. You know what? Let's finish up with a couple more positive stories straight from the Philippines. A 4-day festival that promises a spectacular celebration of Zambales province's most popular product, the Dinumulag or Carabao mango, will begin on May 21st with traditional agricultural presentations, melding with sports, events, and product shows. Let me know if you've had those specific mangoes. I hear they're delicious. I've never had one myself. And finishing off with some Miss Universe, Maria Aticia Manalo of Quezon City was crowned Miss Universe Philippines 2025 today, May 2nd, at the Mall of Asia Arena. Aticia defeated 66 other candidates for the crown. Awesome. Good for her. I know personally, I have no interest in this, but I know it's very important to a lot of Filipino people. They take beauty pageants very seriously, and they've already won 4 beauty pageants and going for the 5th this year in Thailand. And now it's time for our segment Yesterday Today, where I read some of the most popular comments regarding our previous video. I want to start off by thanking Paul, who's bought me 10 coffees, a big supporter of the channel for the past year. I really appreciate that. And also I want to thank Jose, who bought me 5 coffees. Thank you, Jose. Your interview will be out very soon on Living Abroad in a few days. And earlier today, actually, we did a live stream. If you haven't checked that out, celebrating 10,000 subscribers. That's also in the playlist. Check out some of the videos you haven't watched yet. Here are some of the top comments. A lot of people congratulating me on the 10K subscribers, so thank you all. And Thomas says, skin tax is a thing in the Philippines. That's why I only shop at markets that have posted prices. I understand that, but what are you going to do when you go to a national park and they have this big sign? You can't not go to Thailand, for example, and not see the Royal Palace, right? So my beef with Thailand was the fact that they posted. It's not about the money, it's about the delivery. Like a lot of people mention how you get discount if you are local and even in the US, right? So my thinking, I know it's weird, but I think it's just the perception, the idea. Nobody wants to feel like they're getting ripped off, even if it's $1. So my suggestion would be to basically say entry fee, 500 baht, locals show your card to get free entry or some shit like that. I don't mean to like, it's just, I still have mixed feelings about it. Like I get it, I understand, I want to contribute to the economy. I get that foreigners make more money, but I think it comes from like the wording of it. And it's not just Thailand, like you said, Philippines. Also, Indonesia, I think was the worst, to be honest. In Bali or other places in Indonesia, it wasn't just the entry, but every time you went one step further, they want to get you up for something. One step further, one step further. I remember one time, it was just like one lane of a rice field. They wanted you to pay an entry fee into the lane. I'm like, buddy, sum that up, man. Put it all into one entry price at the beginning. Let me pay you. I'll pay you 10 times. Leave me alone. Let me try to walk through this rice field without you like, wanting a little bit here, a little bit here. But that's just me, a simple first world problem, I know. T-Man says, dual pricing, often referred to skin tax, is nothing but racism. Oh, I've seen this way more in the Philippines than anywhere else, though. Okay, once again, I'm not going to go through all that again, but I'm talking about officially government listed prices. George says, I guess some fools are excited to tour the Southeast Asian prison system from the inside. And Steve says, I bet the parents of that hotel kid are not happy. A fool in school. Those last two comments regarding the Filipino gentleman that got arrested in our last video in Thailand. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.